Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Toxic Talks, episode number 35, I believe. Absolutely insane. We got a lot to go over today, and what better way than to start out with War Thunder? As you guys can see, currently rocking the Tornado. We ended up picking it up. Don't get me wrong, the P16 was definitely usable, definitely manageable, but it seemed there was two reasons why I think I wanted to end up switching. First and foremost, the games with the Tornado feel a little bit more consistent. Like, don't get me wrong, with the P16, I can get good games, but there's times where it's like, oh, you don't do anything, and then you do a lot. So the Tornado definitely is more consistent in terms of getting good games, but also it's a better BR to play with my viewers. A lot of people didn't like 9.0, they kind of despised it, so I was like, let me get something to grind out German air while other people can actually play with us. But also, we have been playing the 2A4M. I'm not going to spoil it, but we have been sort of figuring out the strengths and weaknesses of the 2A4M. I still think it's a very, very mid, very mid, what do I call it? Premium. Like, in terms of top tier vehicles, it's not too shabby, but it's not the greatest. Like, at a max crew, it gets a 6 second reload, and you're fighting things that have like 4 or 5 second reloads, so it's not terribly great. And then if a crew member dies, you kind of boned. Also, the ammunition isn't the greatest. You have DM33 and KEW, but like, if you have KEW, you get the pen, just not the spalling that you want. And then with DM33, you get the spalling that you want, just not the pen. So it's a little bit of an oof, but we're making it work. We're making it work. We're making progress slowly, but we're making progress. Now, in terms of being able to finish before October 10th and Battlefield, I think we'll be able to finish air. I don't think we'll be able to finish ground, unfortunately. We'll probably get really like 85-90% done with ground, but the likelihood that we actually finish it before Battlefield 6, not very likely. But in terms of Battlefield 6, everything is in the favor of Battlefield 6. Recently, they came out with a Call of Duty trailer. Now, I haven't really been a fan of Call of Duty since basically Warzone and Cold War. I was all right with Modern Warfare 2019, but like, it was mainly Warzone for it. In Cold War multiplayer, don't get me wrong, I understand the graphics of Cold War weren't really the greatest, but I actually enjoyed the multiplayer and all the things that came along with it for Cold War. But, you know, after seeing the Call of Duty trailer get absolutely fucking ratioed, oh, dude, Battlefield 6 might become the new king of FPS. As long as they don't fuck up. Like, they fucked up with 2042 really badly, but as long as they don't mess up, they're chilling. They're chilling. Everyone I think is going to be looking towards Battlefield this year instead of Call of Duty, which, I mean, I don't blame them. I don't blame them. Call of Duty's been kind of a meme in terms of gaming basically for like a few years now, but you know, it is what it is. But in terms of preparing for Battlefield 6, I ended up getting myself a new controller. Now, why, you may ask? Well, because my old controller is a scuff controller, and don't get me wrong, it definitely served its purpose for a while. It definitely did. But it's basically breaking down at the moment. I have like the cord that goes into the controller. You have to basically put it at an angle so that it doesn't mess up The paddles for it are made of plastic, and I have a tendency to have a very firm grip, and I've broken quite a few of them. So I actually shifted to get a Elite controller because their cord is USB Type C or whatever, USB C, which is basically like the new phone chargers and all that stuff. So the likelihood that it's actually going to break is not there. But also the paddles are metal, so those will definitely not break, thankfully. And my hope is that it lasts quite a long time so that I don't really need to get a new controller. And I sort of customized it in a way so that I wouldn't need to get a new controller after this. Like, don't get me wrong, the customization on Scuff controllers outdoes any Elite controller. Elite controller, like, I think it's more functional than pretty, but I still made it pretty. I still made it pretty. And when I get it, I will be showing it on stream for sure. Definitely a toxic controller with the blue and the green. Oh, it looks amazing. But that's basically what we've been doing for Battlefield 6. Now, in terms of what we've been doing for stream and YouTube as well, as you guys can see for number one for stream, I took away all the like the banners and the headers and all that stuff. I did ask this a while ago, but it was sort of inconclusive how people felt. But it seems like this is a positive change in terms of like how people feel. So I got rid of like all the shiny, the glowy, basically like the ADHD nonsense, and I try to make it minimalistic. And the same thing actually is going for the thumbnails and YouTube videos. I don't think I'm gonna be using the captions anymore, those custom captions that you see or have seen for a while now. And like, don't get me wrong, I like the thumbnails with the blue, but it didn't get the reception. It didn't get the reception that I was hoping for. Hey, blue is my color, green is my color, but if it doesn't get the clicks, I can't be using it. I can't be using it. So for the thumbnails, we're going to a white and yellow, which seem to be working quite well now, but only time will tell how they actually work. But let me know what you guys think. If you guys enjoy the new shifts, I mean, I can see pretty much instantly that it's definitely more favorable to people. So, at least for now, we're going to keep it pretty minimalistic. Now, in terms of, well, there hasn't been really too much going on in my life besides all this stuff. I'm trying to keep it casual, I guess. Like, don't get me wrong, there's behind the scenes things that I'm trying to figure out with my family, all that good stuff, but it's a, a long ways away before we need to do that. But in terms of the weekly advice, I was confronted with an interesting dilemma on stream this week. And if you know who you are, you know who you are. But the question, or technically the situation I was given, was how do you handle someone spreading rumors about you? Now, I don't know if I'm the best person to talk about it, but I definitely am a very good person to talk about it because I've had quite the amount of rumors spread about me. And I had a very interesting conversation with this individual. And, I was like, I know everyone deals with rumors and lies when they're in school. It's sort of a staple of like middle school and high school drama. That's basically pretty much what it's about. Everyone wants to make make their life more interesting, but you know, how would I handle it? And basically what I told him, and I'm going to sort of expand from it, and I'll do it in a question. Does it matter what your enemies think about you, or does it matter what your supporters think about you? And what I mean by that is, does it matter who basically random ass people think about you, or does it matter what your family thinks, what the people who truly know you think, like friends or those sort of around you? because, people will never like truly try to fully understand you, and when they do, they genuinely like most of the time they end up being friends with you. And I brought up this quote from this movie. I don't remember what it was, but it was basically about an American guy who went to England to basically be a coach of a soccer team, and he's playing darts, and the guy is trying to hustle the American because he's like, oh, like this guy doesn't know anything. But in reality, the American has played darts every Sunday with his dad for like forever. So he in fact did the hustling. But while he's playing darts, he made this beautiful, I guess, summary of it is that instead of people being curious and asking you about like who you are or your interests, they come to a judgment, whether that be because they think they know everything or whatever it doesn't really matter what the reason is, but they always make a judgment on you instead of asking. And I'll also bring in another example, or technically another quote from Benjamin Franklin: always inquire before you attack. People don't tend to do this because it takes time and it takes energy out of their day that they don't give a basically about. So do we really care about someone's opinion, or technically in this case someone's lie, if well we know it's not true, those around us know it's not true? Does it really matter? Like, it's a lie. Like, who cares? It's equal to trash. It's gum under your foot. It's meaningless. Now, I will say this doesn't apply to things like slander and libel that actually go beyond school rumors. That's a completely different story, but school rumors, it is what it is. And for those who are dealing with slander and libel, don't seek my advice. I would highly recommend seeking actual legal advice. But for those just dealing with nonsense school rumors, I can definitely help you with. But, you know, everyone has haters. Everyone has haters. Martin Luther King had haters. Gandhi had haters. Not everyone will like you, and some will even take steps further than not liking you and try to drag you down to their level. You don't have to prove yourself to these people. I mean, you didn't have to prove yourself to the people that liked you. What makes these people who don't like you think that they're special enough for extra effort or extra special treatment? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. You don't need to work extra hard for like people who genuinely don't give a crap about you. So how I say about it, these words are meaningless. They carry no weight because there's no truth behind it. Don't let it affect you. Don't let rumors and drama affect you, because it's as good as sludge. It's as good as sludge. It is literally meaningless. But you know, if it does end up bothering you, and again, I can't say whether you listen or not. It's advice. Whether you take my advice or not is up to you. But you always have someone in your corner. You do. You always have someone in your corner, even when you don't think you do. You have family, you have friends, you have people who will want to listen and who will want to support you. Trust me, take it from someone who's gone through all these different things. You'll come out on the other side way, way stronger. But that is all I have for you guys this week. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And again, if you guys have any basically pressing advice that you guys would like me to answer, I'm more than happy to answer it. I'm here for you guys, and I want to make sure you guys have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful time, whether you're getting through school, whether you're getting through work, or whether you're getting through whatever you are in life. Because, life is, I had this saying when I was, I think it was like 2 years ago, but we're all living on a shitty rock, doing shitty things, wanting shit in our lives. Let's just try to make the shit at least shiny. Let's try to lift each other up. Let's try to do what we can to, improve not only our own lives, but those around. And, that's what I try to do. But other than that, that is all I have for you guys. So let me know what you guys think about all the new changes, or technically go reverting back to old. And again, let me know if you guys would like any advice on specific topics. I will always respond. But I hope each and every one of you guys has a wonderful, wonderful day, a wonderful, wonderful week ahead. And as always, take care. And I'll talk to you guys later.